What's good, YouTube? How y'all coming? How y'all coming? How y'all feeling, man? You already know it's your boy J-Boy Crazy, JBK Trucking, man. We gonna go ahead, keep dropping this content, man. Keep in my eyes, my whole goal with this channel, for one, before I even get started into today's video, my whole goal is just to enlighten, encourage, and honestly, just to keep pushing it forward, man. Because I know when I was starting, I was searching, you know what I'm saying, little YouTube videos and little content here and there just to see if this was something I really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get better insight. So that's my whole goal, man. Get y'all the real, not sugarcoat. And then, like I say, encourage, man. Motivate. All right, so this month, we in July 30th, the month almost over with. I won Driver of the Month. So, I'm going to come celebrate that a little bit. You know, it was a pretty decent little accomplishment and stuff. I ain't going to show it on here, but, they gave me a plaque and a certificate and stuff like that, a little gift card. It was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a little recognition or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I honestly, I wasn't expecting it or nothing like that, but it was pretty cool though to see that they actually recognize you, that you know what I'm saying, doing what you're supposed to do or whatever. So I feel like that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, 1 year in trucking, man. So next month will be 1 year, coming up on 1 year in trucking. And I basically wanted to make today's video on just how my whole little trucking journey been going, how my 1 year experience has been, ups, downs, and stuff like that. So first and foremost, I feel as though okay, just to get into a little backstory, coming in, I did like machine operating, warehouse kind of manufacturing kind of work, CNC. If anybody familiar with that, I was kind of in that field for a while. I used to like my old job, man, but I ended up moving, and I was traveling like an hour there and an hour back, and I was making pretty decent money, so it wasn't like I was coming in. Like, honestly, starting out, like I said, I started out with Swift. I was actually making less money during that little period I was with Swift than I was making at my previous job, but my mindset coming in was I can't take my CNC, even though that is technically a skill. Anybody that's like doing machinists or anything like that, I think that y'all can kind of concur to that. It's a skill set. You kind of got to be good with numbers, good with math. You got to be able to input, you got to know how to measure, stuff like that. So it's like, if you know how to do that and put the right measurements into the program, and then it runs, like we was making like metal parts, so you can be off, like, you know what I'm saying, you want 0.3 centimeters, or you know what I'm saying, or you want, but you put in 3, that motherfucker try to go 3 centimeters, you like crash the whole machine. So you gotta be pretty good with numbers and know how to measure and stuff like that, and use different measuring tools, right? So it was a level of skill to that, but my whole mindset was like, okay, I can't take this and make it my own, right? I can't take the CNC machine out of here and I'm gonna start my own CNC machinery, which is, I ain't saying it's impossible, but it's like, it's more possible to take a skill set like trucking, right, or plumbing or electrician, and I know, and honestly, I looked up all those type of skill set, like skill-based labor and skill-based trades and stuff like that. So I looked up all the trades and how long this one would take, how long this one would take compared to this one. So my initial thought was electrician. That was something I was saying in high school, I remember. And I just never went that route because you got to take all these algebra classes. And like I said, I am good at math, but I just didn't want to really do all of that. So that's what kind of led me down the path of trucking, because I could take this skill set and then one day create my own off this skill set that I have. So I can buy my own truck, you know what I'm saying, go up under my own authority, or even if I don't go up under my own authority, get another lease on to a company. And a lot of companies, they offering that lease purchase program. I ain't never really want to do that. I kind of came in kind of already knowing, like, I don't think I want to be bothered with all of that, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way. So yeah, so that was my initial thought process. coming into trucking. It did take me a little while to really wrap my mind around it because, for one, I used to be a weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke weed back in the day. So it kind of took me the procrastination of just like putting it off, seeing can I get around it. And I know a lot of people have that fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially the weed smokers out there, like, it ain't no getting around it. So honestly, I wouldn't recommend it at all. I would just really come in with a mindset of just like, I got to be all in. And at that time, that's where I was at. I was all in with it. I ain't had no, I'm going to get over on them or they ain't going to test. No, I ain't come in with that type of mentality. I came in just knowing this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to lock in. Yeah, so I thought it'd actually be quicker, right? So I did do so my initial plan was like, okay, take 90 days and then I'll be good. The hair test thing, that kind of screwed me on the first time. And I was researching things and stuff like that about how to get your hair clean. So I got 90 days clean, I remember, and then I tried to do like this little special shampoo that supposed to clean everything out, and that shit ain't work for me. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up failing my first. I passed the urine, and I failed my hair follicle test. So just advice to anybody that's coming in that's trying to get, I'm about to do this, give yourself enough time, right? I would say 6 to 9 months for sure. But I ended up even going past that, so I know I waited a whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't unemployed, and I was still working, so I was all right. And then that job I was at, like, they don't, you know, anybody that's in warehouse, you would have to, like, actually hurt something or do something for them to actually even drug test you. It ain't no randoms, and there's nothing like the trucking industry. So, yeah, so that was my initial plan. Like I said, wait 90 days. I was going to do the little shampoo stuff, and I was doing it on my beard and my hair, you know what I'm saying? I went in there, all right, bet I'm going to do it my hair. And shit, I ended up failing it, man. I ended up failing that mug. They came back, I guess the tests go back pretty far. So if you ain't clean or been clean for a while, man, I wouldn't even suggest it. I would honestly just wait it out, you know what I'm saying? Wait that time. Yeah, it's frustrating, you anxious, you ready to get in. But if you serious about it, you'll be able to wait anyway. So that was my experience. All right, from there, like I say, I waited my year out. One thing I was making sure, like, I wasn't getting into, like, no accidents or just in my personal vehicle, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, no tickets or nothing like that, because once they run out your information, you don't want to be getting nothing extra or nothing new added on your license while you in the process of trying to get started with a company. So I would highly recommend don't get into no speeding tickets, no accident. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that's gonna jeopardize them from hiring you, because you already high risk. You ain't never had no CDL. You gonna be a new driver. They gotta be able to insure you, so you can't have no crazy old driving record or nothing like that. Going 20, 30 over the, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of depends on what company. Some companies a little more flexible. Some companies not. Swift, they was a little bit flexible. I think I did have like one speeding ticket, but it was like old. It was like probably like close to like 15 over, and they still took me. So yeah, so I went through that whole little process of just sending them all my information and on the phone with the recruiter, and then they kind of gave me a date to go to, and I'm going down to Kansas City, or Edwardsville, Missouri, which is like 30 minutes from Kansas City. So it was like technically Kansas City. So I stayed down there for like 3 to 4 weeks. No, like 3 weeks. First week we in the classroom, we locked in, just doing all the, you know what I'm saying, all the little book work and reading this and reading that. Basically, it's like an ELDT entry level type of training. Went through that for the first week, first 5 days. You ain't gonna work no weekend, so this is the first 5 days, Monday through Friday, in the classroom. The next 2 weeks, the next week, you on the yard the whole week, learning the pre-trip and all that. And by that final week, you still on the yard, but they gonna have you a date sometime that week, where it's like, all right, bet, time to pass that CDL. It was like 4 to 5 people in my class but the week before that was like 6 people. The week before that was like 10 people. Cause I was there for 3 weeks, and I remember my last week, it was only one guy left, and he was in his own group. You know what I'm saying? But the group that I was in, it was like 3-4 of us, and yeah, man. So I ended up passing first try. Honestly, if you really just get the pre-trip down and you kind of get the feel of the truck, the maneuvers and all that, I ain't gonna lie, simple. It ain't really nothing too crazy on it. So yeah, I ended up passing, getting my CDL. They sent me to another class to do they call it Top Gun, Top Gun training or something like that, Top Gun program or something like that. So I had to do that. That was just a 1 week long program. You kind of on a simulator, driving in adverse weather conditions and close quarter backing, and you know what I'm saying. Then you go out in the yard for half the day, just doing 45, you know what I'm saying, degree angle backing. You do that for like I say, for 5 days, and then you basically on your own. So after that, I got my own. I went out with the trainer 2 more weeks. Boom, trainer, he was alright. He was cool. I ain't had no issues with him. You know what I'm saying. I kind of stayed in contact with him for a little while, but after a while, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, you kind of brush on and you start doing your own thing. You start getting used to it. There ain't really too many questions you're going to really have unless it's something, you know what I'm saying, with your ELDT, with the ELD tablet. Maybe you might have some questions with that. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you call dispatch and they're going to get you the number for the next support. So you'll be able to figure out pretty much anything regardless. But yeah, I was keeping contact with him. He was cool peoples. They gave me my own truck. Stayed with Swift 7 months. Yeah, I was there for 7 months. I literally hit every state. Only state I didn't get to hit was Texas. I had 2 chances to get to Texas. 1 chance, damn truck broke down. I was in Colorado, I believe. And I ended up on some type of reservation. It was like a casino or something like that. My truck ended up breaking down, man. And it's a funny story. I thought I'm like, okay, well, I'm here for the weekend. It was cold as shit outside, man. It was so damn cold. I'll never forget that. And I couldn't get they tried to send me an Uber. Oh, we can get an Uber and book a hotel. I mean, when I say we in remote, this like it's middle of nothing. It's a casino right here in the gas station, truck stop kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you ain't got nothing 50 miles this way or 50 miles the other way. Nothing. So it ain't nobody coming to get you. Ain't no Uber Eats, ain't no Uber, ain't no Lyft, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I set that for the night because I'm like, they already sent me the money. I booked the hotel that was like probably wasn't even that far away from where I was at, but it was just the fact that I couldn't get nobody to come to get to me. So I'm sitting there, all right, trying to wait it out, thug it out, covers and all that, man. It was so damn cold by the time I got up, man. I'm like, yeah, never again, bro. But then by the next morning, I called him back like, hey, man, we got this casino right here. I'm about to go there. You know what I'm saying? It's too cold to be in this damn truck. They're like, yeah. We already sent you the money on your Calm Data card. You should be able to. Okay, bet. Went over there, booked the little hotel. And honestly, I knew I was going to be there for a while. It was a weekend, too. So I knew I was going to be there for a while. And I had the money to even book it regardless. But I'm just like kind of dependent like upon them a little bit. And I know they be kind of iffy with you parking at like anywhere with like liquor and stuff served. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like scared. I was new too, so I didn't really know no better. Like me now, boy, what? I would have been in that damn casino. So I end up going to the casino. I'm thinking, all right, okay, it's a casino. Obviously, they're going to have some liquor. I'm about to enjoy myself for this weekend. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm buying food. I go down there. I'm about to, let me get I forgot what the fuck I asked for. What kind of beer y'all got? You know what I'm saying? And the person, it was 2 people at the register, and they just started laughing. So I'm looking at them like, I ain't get the joke. They're like, no, we don't sell liquor here. I'm like, I thought they was playing. I'm like, for real? They're like, yeah, we don't do that on the reservation. So the whole reservation, you can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't do nothing. So it's like I'm in the middle of, and it's like it's all Ute Indians. That's the name of their tribe or whatever. So it's all Ute, Utes Indians. So that's the reservation I was at for the whole weekend. And of course, yeah, I'm gonna try to gamble, but gambling without drinking is like, Danner, he's like, you sober, you know better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's okay to lose some money when you drinking, because, shit, I done lost my money. But then you able to kick it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't nothing to do. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't nothing to do, wasn't nobody to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the eyeball out, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of weird, man, staying there for the whole little weekend. They ended up getting me a tow truck, and they had to tow me all the way to Albuquerque. I had to get towed from where I was somewhere in Colorado all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I had to stay in Albuquerque for like 2-3 more days. So, yeah, over the road, bro, I had a few breakdowns, and them breakdowns, that's when it'd be like sitting in them hotels, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got nothing. It was cold, too. It was in the wintertime, so there ain't really too much to do. So you know what I'm saying, just try to be more creative, I'd say. If I can go back and do it over, I probably would have rented a car or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing what I know now, I probably would have rented me a car, went and did something, found something to do, find something to get into in hindsight. But at the time, I was just like, kind of like, damn, I don't got to sit here. But when I got to Albuquerque, I did drink for that weekend. But it ain't as fun when you drinking by yourself, and you know what I'm saying. You just chilling, watching TV and watching a movie or something. You laughing, but it's like it was kind of actually boring as hell for that little. I think I was down 4 days. But yeah, man. So like I say, 7 months with Swift, went over down to the whole country, everywhere except Texas. I say on my way to Texas, I broke down. That's the only place I can really recall and say I didn't go to. There's some beautiful states out here, man. I ain't gonna lie, some beautiful roadside, countryside roads, and some good food at some of these places. If you can hit certain, you know what I'm saying, certain little places up when you got a chance. Showering. That was probably like the hardest thing to get used to at first. But once you get out there, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it become like then if you can't get comfortable on the road, because it's kind of hard to just put yourself into that mood where it's like, all right, man, that's how we living now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm used to getting in the shower every day, right? So it's like certain little routines. Go get your hair cut. Go get this, and so it was like certain little things I had to get used to. It took me a little while. Eventually, I can't say I did finally get used to it, but it wasn't easy though. It wasn't no easy adjustment. Like I just instantly hopped into it and I was just getting it. You know what I'm saying? Get some shower shoes. Get your little bag that's just for that. You know what I'm saying? How you and eventually, you know what I'm saying, you will start getting the flow of it and it'll start becoming more easier. And I recommend Loves. I wouldn't be showering. TA be cool. Only thing with TA is like, I don't know, it just don't feel as clean. Maybe it's the lighting. Like they ain't got the right lighting in there, but like Loves usually got the right lighting and you can, okay, all right, don't look too bad. And you feel a little more comfortable. So I was sticking with Loves anytime I had to take a shower and stuff like that. So just going through that whole little experience, man. No, I didn't have any incidents, any backing incidents. No, nothing. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. I ain't had no issues. Out my whole little experience. Not saying it won't never happen. That I'm goated or I'm just way better. I just been fortunate enough to not hit nothing, and that be like my mantra: don't hit nothing, don't hurt nothing. The whole time I've been out here, man. So 1 year in, I think it's one of the best decisions I've made. Financially, it's becoming pretty lucrative, I would say. Things starting to get along. I feel like 5 years from now, I feel like I'll be exactly what I want to. I can get exactly what I want to get out of trucking. Yeah, and more. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though it's a great decision, great career to get into. If you got the brain, not the brain, but you got the right mindset, and you can come in understanding it's gonna be trials, tribulations. It's gonna be good days, bad days, and you're gonna spend most of them in a truck. You know what I'm saying? Get your little things that you need, little trinkets, little to make it homey, to make it feel good. Like now I got a sleeper, but I don't never have to sleep in the truck. And I work nights. So it's like sometimes if I gotta take a nap, my little 30, man, lay down, take a little nap. But other than that, I don't need nothing in here because I'm not no snacker, and I'm not eating nothing. I drink water, maybe a Celsius, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much my night. Then I'm gonna eat once I get home and get home from the gym. So that's my new routine. But at one point, man, I had microwave. I had a, and that's what I would do recommend. Get you it's a convection oven at Walmart. They hold it. It's a convection oven, air fryer, toaster, microwave, reheat, all of that in one. When I tell you, salmon, ground beef, ground turkey, chicken, rice, like I was cooking everything in it. Like, so if you can get something like that, man, I ain't gonna lie, it'll make your life a lot easier and save you a lot of money. Go hit a Sam's Club up. We was delivering the Sam's Club all the time. I getting a Sam's Club membership. Boom, I'm going in there grabbing all kind of stuff. So, granola bar, all that type of stuff, man. Little popcorn and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, just to fill your truck up with water, get a ton of water. Because if you buy, like right now, I'm buying water now because like I say, I'm local. I stop when I got to fuel up, give me a cup of water, but oil on my way to work. You know what I'm saying? So that been pretty much my journey though. Like everything, I can't really complain. Once I left Swift, I ended up getting I found a local job within 7 months. They only require like 6 months worth of experience. So some jobs is different. If you know what I'm saying, you want to stay with them. Swift wasn't horrible. I ain't like it was just the worst thing ever. I would have stayed with Swift. It was over the road. I'm learning, you feel me? Like it wasn't just like it was horrible. It was like everything have its moments and ups and downs. But if you got the right mindset, you come in, you understand what you're getting yourself into. So it wasn't like no, I'll never go. But they still be texting me to this day. They still text me. We miss you. You can come back. Call this recruiter. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like I left on no bad terms. I get messages all the time. They still texting me, telling me to call them and come back. Will I ever go back? You never know what the future may hold. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, I like the new company I work for, man. Everything been going pretty much smooth for me. Like I said, I just want to drive of the month. I only been here. It's coming up on 5 months. 4 months. Yeah, cause I worked there for 7 months. I started in April. Yeah, I started here in April. So all of April, May, June, July, coming up on 5 months next month, man. So everything been pretty much smooth for me, man. I really ain't got no complaints. Yeah, so that been my almost 1 year coming up, man. 1 year trucking journey is gonna be in September, I believe. No, yeah, September will be my official full year. So I'm coming up on 1 year, man, next month. No, August. In August. Yeah, so by the end of August, that'll be my full year. Driving trucks, man. It been smooth for me, man. It been real smooth for me. And I honestly, like I said, I recommend it to anybody coming out of that warehouse type of work, because you already used to some labor. And if you can keep one of them jobs, they got point systems, and you got to be consistent, show up to work, all that. So it's like if you can keep that same type of mentality, you are going to work. I do recommend getting some work clothes, and then now you switch up from your work clothes to your time to lay down clothes. I'm finna get in the shower clothes, my shower shoes, my driving like you gotta. That's something that I learned early on. Like if I don't want to be one of the, like don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to knock nobody, bro. But I see people in house shoes, flip flops, and this is like, bro, I don't want to drive and work and just like do everything in one. Like no, like honestly, when I was driving and when I was working with Swift, bro, when I was over the road, I would close this. I closed that curtain, bro. You gotta separate this my work up here. So I ain't eating up here. I ain't chilling. Then you know what I'm saying. So I slide the table back. I eat. Put my plate down right there. Boom. I'm eating right there. I don't even like. Then it was winter time, so you ain't trying to track salt and snow and stuff all the way to the back. I had a little carpet laid down and stuff. So it's like you kind of got to separate the two, and you got to go fuel up. You stepping on fuel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think people be recognizing that, man. And that's just not, to me, that's not sanitary. You just stepping on this. and then you hopping right out the chair and laying right down. You laying right down, you hopping right up, hopping in it. Like, nah, bro, motherfucker can't do that, man. I couldn't do it. So I always try to separate the two. When I'm done working, I'm throwing my boots over there on the, you know what I'm saying, passenger side. I'm taking my work clothes out, putting my it's time to lay down clothes on. You know what I'm saying? When I'm finna work out or something, I usually do like little push-ups in the truck and got my little resistance bands and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's been my year journey, man. So shout out to everybody that been with the channel, man. We gonna keep growing this platform. We gonna keep dropping content, long form. It ain't gonna be no 5-minute videos. I'm gonna start doing shorts and trying to sauce the channel up as we grow and as we go. But yeah, man, JBK, man, let's get it.